your thing, it's my thing,
it's we thing.
We live here in Trinidad and Tobago, friends, family, lock it, leave it. We thing, stay tuned. Nah.
Greetings, you're listening to DJ Third Degree, the maddest DJ on radio. Anyway, Santana say so.
Yo, this is the girl Drupati Ramunai, and you are listening to We Ting Radio. Don't feel this Indian girl can come and wine and box your waist. Yes, man.
Yo, this is Santana, and you're locked on to We Ting Radio. Anyway.
Hi, this is Nikki Crosby, and it's We Ting Radio. I mean, hello, it's We Ting, so I have to be in it. We Ting Radio.
Hola, Tunche. Ooh, yeah. Whining like she from Africa. Big enough We Ting Radio all the time. Tado. Party done.
It's not my ting. It's not your ting. It's We Ting. We Ting Radio.
The way to degree mash up the dance. They calling him a hooligan. A hooligan, a hooligan. Yo, this is your boy Ricardo Drew. It's Drew, and right now it's all about DJ Third Degree. Keep it locked.
Lock and load. This is Dre Blunt, the Rockford King. Anytime in a foreign, you know me have to lock into We Ting Radio. You heard me?
Yo, I am Nishrat M out of Trinidad and Tobago, and you are locked to We Ting Radio. Nothing sweeter than We Ting. Love you.
Hey, this is Hurricane Hema Dindial, and you're listening to We Ting Radio. Big up, man.
Hey, this is your girl Rish Maramal, aka the Warrior Princess, and you're locked onto We Ting Radio.
Yo, it's your boy Ricky J. You don't know, hit after hit. Barman, give me a Guinness and punching. Yeah. We Ting Radio. That's what you're listening to. I say so. Kaboom!
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yo, you know it's Mystic representing for We Ting Radio, man. Big up the Trini people and big up Diana, you know. Mystic is a boy representing, bringing the reggae vibe and bringing the little choker vibe as well. Boom! Screw some ball, me's a coolie boy. Me never shame, me's a coolie boy. Why not the time, me's a coolie boy. Yo, Mystic.
It's not my ting. It's not your ting. It's We Ting. We Ting Radio.
Oh yeah, We Ting Radio. Special good morning. Special good evening. Oh yes, oh yeah. Good evening, Natasha. Hey. Happy belated birthday to the son. Was it 21? Large of Rishi from Digo Martin, right? Shelly, how you reach when you're supposed to be somewhere? Oh, you just left. So here's what, let's share out the feed. Share out the feed. Let's share it out, let's share it out.
You can't change man, no way. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker. You can't change man, no way. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker. You only telling me what I should do and say. You only telling me what I should do and say. Just so your mother have your father. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker. Hey, Rabbit B in the Buffalo factory. Arm, I'm crazy. Every time I line in, cell phone only ringing. My partners laughing, they know it's you who calling. Saying that you miss me and to come home early. Come let we hug up and watch a Indian movie. Why you trying to change me? Why you trying to change me? Girl, you're too blind to see that I will never come home sober. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker. You can't change me, no way. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker. She says she leaving, can't take the drinking. She stopped believing, she say I'm too deceiving. Mother want to rock me, brother want to beat me, father want to touch me, and uncle want to shoot me. Why them so ignorant? Why them so ignorant? Your rum is all I want. You know that rum is my lover. Girl, you know I was a drinker. You always know I was a drinker.
Hey, Lodge, my boy. Split hot sounds on the inside. There's a lot of years, Mike. She know a lot of years, Mike. Oh, we're down to what? Almost less than 2 more weeks, Mikey. Less than 2 more weeks. None of these things apply to you, you know, Mike. None of these things apply to you, boy. You ain't saying nothing like this, you know.
Always complaining, all kind of things you say, and the things that you're doing bringing misery. I should have never ever asked you to marry me. People always tell me you're not good enough for me. You had me too blind, girl, but now I see. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
I told you, till I'm on fire. Finally thought a girl that could be mine. You know what them say? Love is blind. Things that smooth to me left that behind. As far as I can see, girl, we were not meant to be. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
Every girl boss you say I deal with them. Every girl boss you say I deal with them. Why you only blaming me? Can't have no friends, y'all. She stopped me from lying. She
Nishana! Like I said, Mike, that don't apply to you, boy. So hear what? What they saying? What they saying? What they saying, Split Heart?
You always complain, all kind of things you say, and the things that you're doing bringing misery. I should have never ever asked you to marry me. People always tell me you're not good enough for me. You had me too blind, girl, but now I see. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
I told you, till I'm on fire. Finally thought a girl that could be mine. You know what them say? Love is blind. Things that smooth to me left that behind. As far as I can see, girl, we were not meant to be. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
Every girl boss you say I deal with them. Every girl boss you say I
James Boy!
Why you only blaming me? You have no friends, girl. She stopped me from lying, and she does feel
Large up Annan.
I hold and she don't trust me. She don't trust
Wendy!
She feeling that
How was the first day, Wendy?
But when I was denying, she does say that's a lie. She say that I feel she's a stupid kid. I should have never ever asked you to marry me. You always complaining, all kind of things you say, the things that you're doing bringing misery. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
I never hear nothing like that, yeah. I never hear nothing like that, yeah. My girlfriend, I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
I know find out you had a real bad name. I know find out you had a real bad name. People say you're not easy. Them say before me was one set of fellas that she had lying with she. You never tell me about the others. You say wasn't me. The truth now revealing about all the lies you're telling. You wasn't a virgin when we married. I should have never ever asked you to marry me. You always complaining, all kind of things you're saying, the things that you're doing bringing misery. I should have never ever asked you to marry me.
In the morning, we say. In the evening, we say. In the night time, we say. Mr. Raymond, anytime, anytime. We say. Bring the love, baby. Coming down like a hurricane. I'm not drinking champagne. I give this and I shut up on train.
Mama give me a Guinness a punching. I supply Jen and a ginseng. My wife stay home and she waiting. She waiting for some sweet loving. Mama give me a Guinness and punching. I supply Jen and a ginseng. My cell phone ringing, it ringing. My wife stay home and she waiting.
If you love up devotion, emotion in the ocean. If you love up the energy, I miss the hand in the air, hand in the air. If you're drinking punch, stop the gin and ginseng. It's Guinness we drinking, I miss the hand in the air, hand in the air.
Every day I leave my wife at home and go to work. She cooking, washing, cleaning. With that she do make joke. When you see she done, she bed and take a rest. Later in the evening she puts on she nice dress. She checking the hours and waiting patiently. By the time I reach home she sits and
Large up Ryan!
even if I'm tired, it
Wishing you a speedy recovery, man.
I have to find the energy
We think.
to satisfy she.
What we say?
Mama give me a Guinness and punching. I supply Jen and a ginseng. My wife stay home and she waiting. She waiting for some sweet loving. Mama give me a
ya watch out, Miss Lady. Cause Ricky charge up already. So send the children by candy. Tonight, go be freaky.
So I went and tell she parents what was happening. I give them all the details from night time till morning. They listen and they tell me, you must understand, your wife have she need as a young woman. So if you know what's good, boy, for your married life, don't complain and play the fool with a pretty wife. Take your tonic, vitamin, even for one day. So when she call, use the man to answer right away. So, barman give me a Guinness and punching. I some gin and a ginseng. My wife dey home and she waiting. She waiting for some sweet loving. Barman give me a Guinness and punching. I some gin and a ginseng. My cell phone ringing, it ringing. My wife dey home and she waiting.
I don't get it in the morning. I don't get it in the evening. No loving in the nighttime. I don't get it anytime. Even when I'm begging, even when I'm pleading, it's excuse he making. I get it. When he drink, he Guinness and he punching. He come home and can't do nothing. And when he stop the gin and he drinks it, the mix you're having vomiting. When he drink, he Guinness and he punching.
Hey,
He come home and can't
Large of Guardian, man.
Get straight by the sink, he go throw out. He too drunk, he can't even stand up. Look, he went and tell everybody that he just have to drink to satisfy me. But let me tell you something, that is a lie. He just come home drunk and can't satisfy. He only saying that to feel he a thing. That is our excuse for lying and drinking. We see he drinking, but he is a no. And no matter what he do, he really can't perform. When he drink, he Guinness and he punching. He come home and can't do nothing. And when he stop the gin and he drinks it, the mix you're having vomiting. When he drink, he Guinness and he punching. He come home and can't do nothing. Get straight by the sink, he go throw out. He too drunk, he can't even stand up.
Hey, Mike. You can't be calling them kind of names out, boy. Good evening, going out to Molly Ramki soon. Well, Wendy, glad you had a great first day, darling. Lots of respect to our teachers and them, right? Good evening, going out to Shanti that says, good night to my husband, Raj, and my daughter, Shania. So good night, going out to them. Check out my boy Guardian on Twitch, you know. Was it tomorrow's Wednesday thing, right? Forgot what the Wednesday program called. Hey. Look my boy Timmy on the inside, man. Man can't even say good night, self, boy. Way, boy. So good night going out to each and every one of you. Let's share out the live. Let me see some shares. See like my boy next time Mikey name says shared. Coming up in just a few. The 103 Road Match. Chutney Soccer Monarch. Champion. With a brand new track coming on in just a few, right? Coming on in just a few. But my boy Mikey getting married next weekend, you know. The Toronto Playboy no more. They gonna be the Toronto daddies to be. Large of a keel on the IG. Oh, tomorrow's Raw, you know. That's at 8. My boy Guardian is on a lot earlier than that. Good night going out to Cynthia. Checking in on the YouTube. I didn't see if my mom and them is on. Auntie Rod hadn't sent a picture herself, you know. So here's my boy Mikey Fine. My boy Mikey Fine. To get married to next week. Mikey. Make it a keel. What my boy Mikey get? Larger Prince. Good evening to Vera. Anil. But don't do like me, Mikey.
Last year I went on tour, but I didn't want to stay. So I leave my band to play. When I come back, my wife run away. Yeah, when I come back, the girl run away. Last year I went on tour, but I didn't want to stay. So I leave my band to play. When I come back, my wife run away. Yeah, when I come back, the girl run away.
The girl she a bust up me head. Make me wanna cut off me jet.
What a hot boy.
Now every night I sleeping by myself. Oh, I don't know if I could find someone else. Last year I went on tour, but I didn't want to stay. So I leave my band to play. When I come back, my wife run away.
Thank you, Christina.
Come back, me girl run away. I give she everything, expensive wedding ring. Hey, but she leave nothing for me. Not even a letter. She changed she phone number. Yeah, tell me what happened to she. Hey, hey, I really wish I could go back in time. Oh, I woulda never made this woman.
Oh, you know.
Last year I went on tour, but I didn't want to stay. So I leave my band to play. When I come back, my wife run away. Yeah, when I come back, the girl run
Every time I on the phone, my girlfriend is watch me. Like she trying to pick a bone to find out who call me. Is your mother? Is your mother? She want me buy a bread for she. Oh gosh, your mother. She want me buy a bread for she. Oh, oh. Every time I on the phone, my girlfriend is watch me. Like she trying to pick a bone to find out who call me. Is your mother? Is your mother? She want me buy a bread for she. Oh gosh, your mother. She want me buy a bread for she. This one's for the girl and them who don't trust man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man. I's a businessman and I have to say, when every time my phone ring, who calling me? Like this woman feel I have time to play, have time to play. She always wrong and strong and accusing me. Every time I on the phone, my girlfriend is watch me. Like she trying to pick a bone to find out who call me. Is your mother?
Who it is?
Is your mother? She want me buy a bread for she. Oh gosh, your mother. She want me buy a bread for she. Oh, oh. Here we go. Every time I on the phone, my girlfriend is watch me. Like she trying to pick a bone to find out who call me. Is your mother? Is your mother? She want me buy a bread for she. Oh gosh, your mother. She want me buy a bread for she. This one's for the girl and them who don't trust man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man. Put up your hand if you don't trust your man.
Oh, yes, oh, yeah. So bring it to the air right now. The 103 FM Chutney Soca Road March champion, who has a brand new traditional that he just dropped with a collab from a team up in the NYC. Special good night going out to Miss Tasha. So welcome into the air right now, one of my brothers, long time. The young and talented, the one and only Mr. Ahmed Sagram. Sitaram, brother, how you doing? How you feeling?
Sitaram, good night to you, Uncle Alan, and pleasant good night to everyone that's locked on to Weeting Radio. I'm good. I'm just cool, just chilling, all excited.
Now, the thing, Ahmed, I mean, music, COVID, things like that, you haven't been able to get to tour and stuff like that, but they've opened up some things, and I believe you did do a couple little weddings or something like that. Stuff with 103, you're cooking and all this kind of thing. You know, what you been up to? What's been going on?
Well, other than performing, I've been doing a lot of stuff on the sideline with 103 FM. Recently, I started to cook. That's a different side, and a lot of people didn't know. Well, I could cook, but I could cook very well. And I could cook and almost anything and everything. So other than that, the COVID has locked down everyone. We couldn't, all the artists, we couldn't go out there to perform and entertain. But nevertheless, most of the shows would have been virtual. So nevertheless, we just gotta do what we gotta do. I mean, COVID has come and stopped the world, I should say, man.
Well, and that's true. Now, I did not know you could cook, and you didn't just cook any kind of thing. You cook oil down, and you breadfruit oil down, and you cook
Yeah,
curry chicken. So
yeah.
where did you learn to cook and stuff?
Well, I learned from my mom, and while growing up, from a little boy, I always watch my mom and take pattern from her in the kitchen. And even though through this whole quarantine and this lockdown, being home even forced you and pushed you to cook more. So I even learned a thing or two through the quarantine. I learned a lot actually. And then while growing up, watching my mom and stuff like that. So I could cook. I have a lot of average when it comes to averaging with salt and all these kind of things.
You know what? And one of the things with Trinidadian people, different than Americans. Americans measure and stuff like that. Trinidadians don't measure. You just throw
Average.
how you feel, and then you just go from there. Are you doing that, or are you one of them a measure, a quarter teaspoon kind of thing?
Nah, average. So just
Oh,
throw an
look at
average.
that.
This is.
So what did they say about your oil down and thing like that?
Oh, well, actually, it was for the staff of 103 FM. We cooked for the boss and all the manager and all the radio announcers, like the news reporters. Everybody was there. So, it was for everybody there in the studio we cooked for. So they all said that it tastes good, but even though I could have cooked that, I still make sure and ask my mom the day before, the ingredients and what exactly and how does it go down exactly before. I still make sure and find out from mom to make sure I was doing the right thing and that kind of thing. But it was good. They actually all liked it and they all enjoyed it and they was like this oil long lasting. So that was the response.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, and cooking, one of the things, and part of cooking, one of the stuff is chutney. And one of the things that you love to do, you love to stick to your traditional chutney. Now, we have a song here you did with Joey Ramatar. You had some input from Rishi Gayadeen and things. So tell everybody, how did the song become birth about?
Okay, well, it all came up when I won the title of 103 FM Chutney Soca Radio Roadmaster competition. Joey reached out to me, that's Joey Ramota, the keyboard god out of New York City. He would have reached out to me and asked me, he was like, Amit, I want to record a song for you and I would really like to work with you. And I was like, sure, that sounds like a great idea, we can put things in place and get it going. And I had this song, and I must say hats off to Sunil Ramsundar for giving me the melody and stuff, to go about with the song and exactly how to sing it and the lyrics and stuff like that. Um, so this song basically is an old Kabir Das book song. And the meaning of the song is like, we all have one life to live, let us all live it to the fullest. So basically that's the general meaning of the song. Here's the reason that I choose to do the song now. Well, it was done, the vocals was recorded by Rishi Gayadeen and the additional production was done by Rishi Gayadeen. So I must say hats off to Rishi Gayadeen and the RG band, RG Productions for doing his part in the song. Majority of the song, like the melody, the beat, the mix, the master, the produce, everything was done by Joey, the keyboard board. And from the time he sent the demo beat to me, I was like amazed. I was like, Joey, this is amazing. We got to get this going. But at first, I would have sent him the song and let him know how it goes and stuff like that. And then he built the beat and he sent it, and then he started to work from there. I went to Rishi Kaidin's studio, RG Band, and put down the vocals. And while working with Rishi in studio, he had a little twist to it because, Rishi is my producer as well. I must say hats off to Rishi. He put his 2 cents to it, and then we actually called Joey when he was in the studio. So, let him know, well, we want to add in this, we want to take off this, we want to put in a little something here and there. And so he was like cool, and he was very easy to work with. I must say, for the first time working with Joey Ramuta, he's a very talented young man. And he has very far to go. I must say he can reach really, really far with producing music. And I must say, hats off for him for doing an amazing job on this track, man, Vidana. And it's traditional, it's something that I love. And when I perform in this song, I just can't wait to get on a stage to perform this song.
Now, the song, you said Sunil Ramsundar had helped you with it. Was it him who brought the song to you, or was this something that you're thinking about? Because I know you said this is a book song, an old song, and stuff like that has been out there. I mean, was done a long time ago, and you've redone it with your little twist to it, as well as Joey adding new flavor and stuff, but still keeping to your traditional what you're going with.
Yes, well, It was a book song that is a book song done by Kabir Das, and it was given to me. Well, it was sung by Raki Shankaran would have sung this back in the days. Raji Prabhu would have sung it back in the days. You know, the older head Dubraj Prasad would have sung it. You know, and it's still they sing it in shows and stuff like that. And it's a song that I really like. And I said, you know what, when he sent it to me, because he actually helps me out with in terms of guiding me towards the songs and stuff like that. So he sent me this one and he's like, you know, this is a great one, you should use this one. And then I said, all right, cool, let's bring back some life to this and then put it into our modern style. And yeah, there we go. He sent it to me and I was like, yeah, you need to do this. So it was
And
he basically gave me the song with the lyrics and stuff, and he told me how to sing it in terms of the melody.
now, is that something that I, traditional music is hard to come by, hard to create, that kind of thing. So is it that some of these artists, and I'm looking at you as the younger champion to carry about traditional music, do a bunch of them come to you and say, Amit, I think you should do this. I think you should do this. And has that been the reception since winning the one or three competition?
Well, not really, but traditional chutney music is something that I would take a stand for and always try to upkeep. I wouldn't say try, but I would always keep traditional chutney music alive. Once I am around and I'm alive and well, I would always try to keep it alive and always bring for traditional chutney music because I find, there's not much of the older heads there still, just we only have like Rasika, we have Ruflal, we have Rakesh, we have Himlaka, but I think the it's traditional Southern music. It's dying out a little bit, I am a young person and upcoming, I would try to upkeep it because I mean traditional Southern music is where we came from and it's something that I love and as a little boy growing up, I would have listened to my grandfather, the late Sonny Bucci. He was one of the best dola players in the Caribbean. He would have been playing for Isaac Yankaran and all these different singers. He was one of the top class drummers in the country. And as a little boy growing up, I always listened to traditional Chutney music, classical music, and it's something that is in my blood. I mean, I love Chutney soca, I love soca, but my genre and the music that I would stand for and try to keep alive is traditional Chutney music.
And I hope you can because the catalog of music that you have in the traditional is really really good. And to know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you're that young man that's because you're only what 26. How old are you, Ahmed?
26, you see, Alan.
I don't know. How old are you? How old are
Alan,
you?
I celebrated my birthday on the 20th of July last month, and I was 31.
31. Okay, sorry about that. So right, but that's still young. You're not one of them older heads. You look like
True.
you're 16. You understand? But
Yeah, I
you
get
know,
that all the time.
but to continue this as you said and we know this dying art form of staying true
True.
to traditional is not there's
Yeah,
not much guys out there that's doing this and that
no, no.
I would probably say if you drop 10 songs in a year to 2 year period, at least 8 of them is traditional. That's how you
I
go.
think I think all okay. Well, yeah, we should say eight of them would be because I would sing obviously. I love Bollywood too. I like my
Yeah.
Bollywood style music as well.
And that's good because someone of your age goes the other route. You understand? Almost guaranteed will go the other route, singing about rum and horn and this and that and the next thing, and you stay away from that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all about keeping it original and bringing originality. And I mean, originality is always the better thing, because I have no problem with the other artists taking back a melody and singing and put a certain soca out of a Bollywood melody. That's a Bollywood we would call it. But I believe in originality, Uncle Alan, and originality beats it any time. It's wins, and being creative and adding your little spice and flavor to it. It's a great thing, Always being original.
Totally agree. Now, here's what since you don't have a stage that you can be on, I'm going to let you sing some of this song for everybody that's locked in, all right? Our good friend Listra just celebrated her birthday Saturday gone. We're not going to say Listra's age, but she just
Okay.
celebrated her birthday up in the NYC. That's Amelia's It's a long-time school friend that she grew up with. So here's what I
Happy
want you to.
birthday, Lister.
Thank you, thank you. So here's what. So for Lister birthday, sing some of this song for Lister, right?
So, वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश यह संसान कागज के पुरिया यह संसान कागज के पुरिया बूंद पर गुल जाना है बूंद पर गुल जाना है रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश
Now, phenomenal. Like I said, this young man is so talented. I cannot wait for him to hit a stage. So, because what you hear, he's actually holding back himself, because the song is not that kind of pace. It's a lot faster than that. And Amin is a man that is be flying on the stage all over, up and down, up and down, up and down. So
most
I know you
people
can't wait.
like most people would say I have wheels on my foot on stage on a stage.
And
I want to pick up to Uncle Aaron G one thing, man. Pick up to Uncle Aaron, who's
I was just
on
gonna
the
say that we have one of our senior heads that's out there. We know he's not 31; he's a lot more than 31, but
and he's one of
definitely,
the persons who I look up to in the industry. I mean, Uncle Aaron music is amazing.
yeah, and he's definitely one of those pioneers of carrying on about our traditional music. So, larger, my brother,
Definitely,
Mr. Aaron G,
Def-
wants to sing.
definitely. I can't wait to come to New York to perform, man.
Hopefully, we could have you perform alongside Aaron. We could check that
Oh,
out.
that would be nice. That would be
That
amazing. That
that's
would
gonna
be
be great.
amazing. Uncle
Want to
Aaron
say,
is an
Sitaram
excellent.
going out to Cherish his dad that's locked in. Uncle
Hi.
Viram is on. He says, very well done, young man.
Oh, thanks. Thanks so much, Uncle. Tell Cherish hello for me. That's my sister, one.
Now, one of the things is that your music is on the platform. So why don't you tell everybody how they can find you? What's the best way
Oh, yeah.
to check out Ahmed Sagram and to keep up with him?
Sure. You can check me out on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify. You all can go right now after you come off the live, after the song is released. Go check it out, like it, comment. Feel free to check it out on YouTube. It's you can add me up on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I also have a page. Big up to Katana, who's looking on my good friend, my bestie. She's actually one of the girls who I travel to Jamaica to perform with every Diwali celebration. That's like my
Oh,
best friend.
nice.
Yeah, so big
Nice,
up to
nice. So,
Katana, the Kaizen Shakti Dance Academy. Okay, yes, so you all can check me out, as I say once more, on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and TikTok. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I'm Instagram. Okay, so go free to check me out, get those music, download, feel free to get it on the app. Um, and yeah, you can check me out on Instagram, I'm Instagram, on TikTok, I'm Instagram on TikTok. I'm Instagram on my Facebook page and also on my fan page. I'm Instagram on Facebook as well.
all right, anything you have in the works that's coming out soon again, or
Oh
you're
yeah.
writing this for now, or you have something that's coming out?
Well, this will be riding the waves for now, but I am going to start working on the next one very soon. So you all can look for a lot more new projects and collaborations and solo tracks as well from yours truly, I'm Instagram. Your 103 FM Chutney Soca Radio Road Match King coming very soon. Actually, want to say special thanks to you, Uncle Alan Gopi, for actually managing me and making sure that all my interviews and everything is linked up. All my social media platforms are well put together and that kind of thing. So, guys, to everyone that's locked on, I want to big up to Mr. Alan Gopi. Um, I should say he's like my uncle. He's like family to me, and we actually talk every single day. We interact and speak with each other. And I must say thanks to you. Without you, I mean, nothing would have been possible. And you have played a big part in this track. And I'm sure you're going to be playing a big part in all of my upcoming songs and projects to be working with. And I'm sure when I'm in New York, you'll be taking care of me too as well.
Don't worry, we got you. We can't wait for you to definitely come across. Definitely. Now, Ahmed,
Oh
here's
yeah.
what you know. like I said, one of the things that I love about you is the fact that you are very passionate about the excelling of your career and to move forward. And that's one of the great things about working with you is in regards to that, the direction and the experience that I bring, and your talent speaks for itself. So, I love seeing young people like yourself that's doing such great things, but let's help you guys get over that hurdle. So let's
Yes.
large up Auntie Janice that said he's my uncle too. So don't worry,
Oh, nice.
large up my cousin Janice. It's all right.
Hi,
So
Auntie. Hi.
Amit, thank you very much once again. Anything,
Thank you so much.
anybody else you want to large up and thing before we get ready to drop this track, bro?
Oh yeah. Well, firstly, I'd like to say thank you to God for always giving me the health and strength, and blessing me with life today, with good health to always bring forth new music. Thanks to God for always blessing me. Special thanks to my mom and my family for always supporting me and being at my side. A special thank you to my sponsor, R&R Industrial Supplies, for always being there for me and always supporting and sponsoring me to make sure that I'm well prepared. A special thank you to you, Uncle Alan Gopi and Beating Radio, for having me here today to release new music on your platform. A special thank you to Rishi Gayadin and the official producer, Joey Ramota, the keyboard goddess out of New York City. A special thanks to you, bro. You did a wonderful job on this track. And a special thank you to all my fans and my supporters and everyone that's there for me throughout my career. And yeah, you all can look for brand new music coming out from yours truly on Instagram in the very near future. And maybe by now in September, I'm gonna drop a bomb with a very huge artist. That's just like a little teaser I give all of it. So I'm working in that right now with a very huge artist, and it's a nice collaboration. So you all can look out for that. And trust me, it's this that next one gonna be fires. If you think this is fires, the next one is gonna be more fires. I want to big up to Brian Mohan, who's looking on. I'm actually working with Brian right now on some projects as well. So big up to
No,
Brian
that's
Mohan.
great. Brian's got a major bomb that's dropping very soon, scheduled for next week. Here's what,
Okay.
before you go, your friend said it's her birthday tomorrow. Katana, why don't you sing a happy birthday before you go?
Oh yes, Katana, I actually remember that. Okay, so बार बार दिन ये आए. It's your birthday, so let we party. Let's gotta to cut the cake just to your life. Let's celebrate. Happy birthday to you. Another great year for you. Happy birthday to my bestie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And God's blessings too. Happy birthday to you, my best friend and my bestie, Katana Mahabir. I want to wish you all the best, honey, and God's choicest blessings. May Mara continue to shower her blessings upon you now and forever. Happy birthday, and I do wish you an enjoyable day tomorrow with lots of fun, good health, strength, prosperity, love, and guidance. Mwah. I love you, hon. All the best.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So here's what, Amit. Happy birthday going out to your best friend there,
Yep,
Miss
Katana.
Katana.
Yeah.
Here's what, you large up your track and let's drop this thing, man. Everybody waiting.
Okay, so to everyone that's locked on and to the world by extension, this is yours truly, Amit Sagram. And to everyone that's locked onto Weeting Radio, this is yours truly, Amit Sagram, also known as Stagram, releasing my brand new traditional chutney track for 2021-2022, Birana, done by Joey Ramuta, the keyboard god.
Yo, this is your boy Stargram alongside the keyboard god. यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया
Hey, hey.
यहाँ सनसान
Short people cherish on the inside.
Pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai. Rahana nahi, oh rahana nahi, oh rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai. Rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया, यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया। यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया, बुन परे गुल जाना है, बुन परे गुल जाना है। वो रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश।
Ahmed boy, this song is bass, man. I loving this song. Anything you want to say to the peoples and them that's loving it? And to our
Yeah,
short
I just want
friend,
to say thanks. I want to
Cherish.
big up to Cherish. Big up to my girl Cherish on the inside, my sis. I'm loving love and blessings to you. Love and light to you as well, sister. I big up to Katana, everyone, Listra, to Uncle, what's his name? Uncle Iran Jiwan Singh, Uncle Alan Gopi. Thanks so much for the love and support. Thanks to everyone for the love and the support. I appreciate it so much.
All right, so Ahmed, I'm going to pull this song back up. You got to do a dance for them, man. I know you like to dance, so you got to show them how you dance in this song, you know. Don't be shy here, you know. We got to show them how to do the Birana Hey dance, right?
Yo, this is your boy Stargram alongside the keyboard.
Be safe, my brother. Be safe.
Pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai. Rahana nahi, oh rahana nahi, oh rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai, pirana hai. Rahana nahi des. Pirana hai, rahana nahi des. यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया, यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया। यहाँ सनसान कागज के पुरिया, बुन परे गुल जाना है, बुन परे गुल जाना है। वो रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश।
Hey, hey. You stay safe, my brother. Hey, hey.
यहाँ सनसान कांटों की बारी, यहाँ सनसान कांटों की बारी। यहाँ सनसान कांटों की बारी, यहाँ सनसान कांटों की बारी। उलट पुलट मरी जाना है, उलट पुलट मरी जाना। रहना नाही, ओ रहना नाही, ओ रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश वीराना है, रहना नाही देश। Put up your hand, put up your hand, put up your hand in the air and wine.
Coming up next,
put up your hand,
MC Drew P.
in the air and wine, just wine, 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 wine. Just wine, 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 wine. Put up your hand, put up your hand, put up your hand in the air and wine. यहाँ सनसान जार अरु जाकर, यहाँ
हसन सान जार अरु जाकर या हसन सान जार अरु जाकर हसन सान जार अरु जाकर आज लगे जरी जाना है आज लगे जरी जाना है रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं ओ रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है वीराना है रहना नहीं देश वीराना है रहना नहीं देश या हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा ओ बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा 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 बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा ओ बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा जिंदगी भर तू मेरे साथ रहेगी जिंदगी भर तू मेरे साथ रहेगी जिंदगी भर तू मेरे साथ रहेगी तेरे बिना तेरे बिना तेरे बिना हम कैसे जिएंगे तेरे बिना हम कैसे जिएंगे कैसे जिएंगे 1 2 3 4 take a one everybody know take a one take a one take a one बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा ओ बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा तू मेरी चंदा तू ही सितारा तू मेरी चंदा तू ही सितारा तू मेरी चंदा तू ही सितारा तेरे रोशनी जीवन भरेगा तेरे रोशनी जीवन भरेगा जीवन भरेगा 1 2 3 4 take a one everybody know take a one take a one take a one बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा ओ बुढ़िया हमार तू मेरी गेंदा के बुलवा गेंदा से मारे सैया गेंदा से मारे
Shelley.
गेंद से मारे सैया गेंद से मारे
सजन मोरा सजन मोरा सजन मोरा ततिया पर गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा ततिया पर गेंदा से मारे गेंदा से मारे सैया गेंदा से मारे गेंदा से मारे सैया गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा ततिया पर गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा ततिया पर गेंदा से मारे
Yo, yo, this is Hurricane. Hey, Martin Diaz, check it out on Instagram. The
मैं हूँ तो भृगुबार नंदनी मैं हूँ तो भृगुबार नंदनी
मैं हूँ तो भृगुबार नंदनी ओ तुमको नंदा दुलारे दुलारे तुमको नंदा दुलारे दुलारे
सजन मोरा चटिया पर गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा चटिया पर गेंदा से मारे गेंदा से मारे सैया गेंदा से मारे गेंदा से मारे सैया गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा चटिया पर गेंदा से मारे सजन मोरा चटिया पर गेंदा से मारे show them you can wine
Whoa.
you can wine and move up your waistline
Yep.
show them you can roll walk it up walk it up
So we going to Canada right now. One of my long-time brothers. One of the original DJs right here on We Ting Radio. I'm not gonna say his age. We know for a fact, myself and him is not like Ahmed and 31. That is without a doubt. But he had started out doing DJing and thing. And after that, he linked up with one of our brothers, the guy in Babu. And then, boom! Been doing some big things in the music industry, as well as repping for his country of Guyana proudly. Even though he's a Canadian, eh? But he's a true GT banner. Welcome him into the air right now, my brother, the one and only Mr. MC Drew P. Good evening, brother. How you doing? How you feeling?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Loving the show, loving the vibes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So how does it feel to be away from the DJing side and you're making videos, you're singing, you're touring, you're doing all these kind of things? How does and you did your own productions as well in Guyana. So how does that feel, bro?
Feels good, man. Feels good to do something different and stay within the music. You know, always looking for better things to do, good things to do, something to do with the music, other things to do, produce, promote, DJ. You know me. I like to do different things.
Now, Eldorado Gold was the first one that you had did with Terry Godraj, and then you've been working with Bunty since then, and that was back in what, maybe 17, 18? When was that? Or maybe 16, right?
2017, yeah.
2017, right. So, and that has been and we say this all the time about people who've worked with Terry Godraj, right? That is always like the catapult to be something more in the industry. So you wrote the song, you took it to him, then you took off from there. You did your own productions, you did your own shows in Guyana, working alongside Bunty Singh and things like that, So give everybody a little history about yourself, brother. I know the history, but not everybody might know it.
About Eldorado Gold, yeah. So Eldorado Gold, yeah, I wrote.
No, about you. Give them a history
the
about
song.
you.
Well, I started as a DJ. I was DJing live, and then when Facebook Live came out, just do live, and then I don't know if you know about the station, We Ting Radio. I became a DJ with.
I don't know. I never
Radio.
heard of that. Never heard of that.
Got the opportunity. Did some good things with you guys. A lot of interviews. I interviewed other artists as well. Actually, the other day I was on Masala Radio, and I didn't know who was.
And I heard when you
I
said
didn't
it,
know who was the host of the radio station at the time, and then I'm backstage, and then when the Zoom popped up, it was Climax, and I was like, hey, I remember last year or years ago, I was interviewing you for your song, and back when I was on We Ting Radio. So I started with We Ting Radio. I started with you, and then after went out to Eldorado Gold with Terry. After that came out, decided to do the switch to Guyana Tunes, became a Guyana Tunes DJ, and after doing that, then I decided to promote my own shows. I promoted something called March Madness that happens every year usually. It happens March Madness and May Madness, and I started the first actually promotion I ever did in Guyana was back in Berbice. I did that at that time. Fakati Singh was upcoming. Vanita Willie, the Pua Girl, she was out there. Bunty. A lot of these artists, Stephen Ramfall and stuff, were on the show. So it was a stage for them. And then I came back to Canada, did the March Madness. I had Terry Godraj and Randy Reckless. And then May Madness, I brought Drupati down. India was the last show we did from COVID in Canada, was Rasika Dindyal and Terry Godraj. So I started doing that, and then help others write some songs and help produce with Bunty as well. Did a lot of songs, a lot of collaborations with Bunty Singh out of Guyana. And just support the talent up here too. Shane Sam that logged on, a beautiful young man with great voice. Give him a stage on and just spread the love and help promote and our music, our culture.
And I believe he's a young man that had won Rum Shop's competition not long ago, just a few months ago, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations to him. He's so talented. He plays like everything. I think harmonia, doak. He sings incredibly. He's so talented. I know he's gonna be good going places for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And there's something that we have in the works that due to COVID hasn't been able to materialize. But let me just tell you guys one thing about my brother Drew P, right? And he knows this and he could attest to this. He came to, and you know, I always believe we're all a fraternity, sorority, whatever. One radio station is not better than the next. We all have our different demographics that we hit and things like that. And when Droopy came to me with El Dorado Gold, and as you guys know, as he said, we just started Weeting Radio, and he's like, yo, Third, I got this song, doing it with Terry. You know, I think Guyana Tunes approached me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yo, Drew, the best thing is for you to help yourself for your career with what you want to do. Go to Guyana Tunes because that is the people that you need to hit. That is the demographic that you want to be with. And I'm so glad that you did that because look at where you are today because you totally propelled yourself to be a spokesperson for your country and represent hard in Canada for Guyana and what you've done for Guyana because of the changes that you had made.
Yeah, it was great advice that you gave me, and you know what? I wasn't hesitate, but it was still hard for me to come out. At I remember that time to tell you because you know some people will look at it a different way, not like how you did, and the advice that you gave me. So I was going to hesitate to tell you, say, hey, I think I'm gonna make that change to, you know, Guyana Tunes, and you gave me that advice. I was like, wow, all right, he didn't take that hard. You didn't look at it as a trade, and you gave me the great advice. And like you said, yeah, it helped me in my career as singing, you know, with Roshan and that network, right? I really needed that network, and they were good with me too, and they helped me a lot. I mean, Harry, Roshan, and those guys. So yeah, it was that advice that you gave me, and you know, a lot of people they don't understand. A lot of people in this business sometimes could be really direct cutthroat, right? And that's what you to help guide us. Like I just heard you know, Amrit Sagram saying the same thing about you you know, helping him out with his social networking and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's Alan. That's Alan. Because that's what you do for me as well, right?
No, and one of your brothers is logged in right now. Lodge up, bada boom! The realest man in the room, Mr. Nigel Gobin, has just stepped inside, and I know you was on he was in Canada a couple of years ago before COVID. Now you guys just went through Caribana. How does it feel that you couldn't do the shows and that you love to do every Caribana since you've been starting to perform and hosting? You host, you perform, you do all kinds of things, bro.
It feels like it feels like the whole that's what I felt like. You know, my birthday was on Caravana and it was like it was dead. It was dead. It felt like zombie town. But you know, it is what it is. But you know, a lot of these social a lot of these parties online and stuff like that, all these live and stuff like that's really helping up and giving back that atmosphere a little bit. But yeah, sadly missed, but it just comes to bigger embeddings in the future.
Now we're seeing like yesterday was the opening of the Canadian borders for U.S. citizens to go back and forth and stuff like that. Is there a possibility, you know, besides this Delta variant that's going around, is Canada? Are you planning to maybe do some shows come October, November? You know, these kind of things.
People are there are other promoters and stuff that are planning. I am not. I'm just taking out of it because you know the time it's a lot of money investing, and we just want to make sure everybody's safe and everything's going smooth first, and then I'll think of stuff. I went to Guyana a couple of weeks ago, and I was planning some stuff up there as well. So hopefully, when that country opens up, we got some stuff already in the works over there. I think there might show than Canada actually.
Oh well, here's what. Tell us about that trip because you did tell me you was trying to work with artists in Guyana, DJs, all these kind of things. So what's in the works?
Yeah, I went up there. Ting, he's like a brother to me. I actually stay there when I go. the BKVJ studio. If nobody knows, um, we went up there. We did sorry, the music video. I Love Guyana. Met a lot of artists back there. I met Tony Cuts was there when I was there. Ricardi, I went to see them at a wedding. We all performed at a wedding. We were there. Venita. Yeah, it was fun. The networking was fun. Back part 2 has to go on. So we were just looking at little stuff like that and just making sure, when things open, we're good. We're gonna pull the trigger and get everything.
Well, good, because I know people are looking for that, And is there any future? Well, here's what your song here. It says I love my Guyana. So tell everybody about how the song came about. Did you write it? You and Bunty Cole did it together. Tell everybody how this ended up materializing.
Yeah, so Bunty and I both this song 2 years in the making. So it actually came out. We didn't push the song. We didn't promote the song. We actually pushed the song 2 years ago. We weren't going to push the song until we got a music video out. And COVID came and that kind of killed it. And soon as we got the opportunity, I got the opportunity to fly down to Guyana. And we would have make the video. But yeah, it was co-written by Bunty. We actually got the music from Cross Colors. Cross Colors is a studio in Guyana. They actually Mystic is one of their artists as well, Pulibai. And yes, it was in the making. The whole video was in the making for a long time. We just couldn't do it. As soon as they opened the border here, I left and went over there and did it. It was inspired. Bunty sang it at the Guyana Independence in front of the presidents and stuff like that, and they liked it. And the minister came up to me the video for the song, and because the song talks about unity, and it talks about it. It talks about just the love of Guyana for everybody from Guyana goes in within. Parents are from Guyana would feel it. Something that it's a song that we made just to unite everybody, with all the stuff that went on with the political stuff and with the COVID, just bring back people to the country that we love.
And this is a very good positive song for Guyana. So I'm glad that it was accepted well, and for you to, for your song to be well received by, the president and things like that. That's a big step, bro. A huge step.
Yeah, when we brought it out past weekend, when I just released it, the love from the song was. I didn't expect it. Bunty, I spoke to him yesterday. Didn't expect that. We had a lot of love from the song, and we're just grateful that we got that much love, shares, and the views and the comments and people making TikToks and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, it was the love that I'm still in awe type of thing. But I thank everybody that likes the song. I thank everybody that's promoting the song, and it's still, like, again, mouth dropping to me.
Well, bro,
Great
you deserve
song.
the blessings that's coming your way. I know you've been dedicated to take Guyana on your back, and I know you're probably proud of seeing guys like Vicardi and Tony and Venita, even Sonia and them, and Bunty, that is fine, and Avinash Rupchand, that's getting the respect that they deserve for the music that they put out there. Because before, it's only been Terry Godraj and Ting, and Guyana is really, really making some good positive headway in regards to production and quality and content that's coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm happy to be a part of it. Like I said, Vicardi and I went to Suriname, I think 2 or 3 times on tour. Tony Cuts, I went to Suriname with him. Venita Willie, we went on tour together about 3 times. So I know them really well, and I know where they come from, and I'm very proud of them for what they do and what they're doing. It's a blessing to be part of that and be one of the guys that could say that try to help the industry as well.
Awesome, bro. Now here's what, before we get ready to drop the song and thing like that, what's the ways to find MC Drew P, your music, and what's going on with you, and to keep abreast of, you know, the happenings of you, bro?
Hey, you can find me on Facebook, MC Droopy, Instagram, MC Droopy, TikTok, MC Droopy, Weeding Radio, MC Droopy. You can find me anywhere, any social platform, MC Droopy.
All right, bro. Now, anybody you want to thank and large up before we get ready to drop this, bro?
I just want to thank yourself for allowing me to be on here and I'm promoting it. Big up Shane listening in.
It's family, boy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's family.
Big up Shane listening in. Big up my girlfriend Monica, Nigel Gobin. Big him up. Everybody listening in. Thank you guys. Bunty Singh. Hey, and we can't forget our girl Sonia. She was one of our dancers in the video as well.
Yeah, Sonia, man. Sonia
Singh.
busy.
Sonia busy, man. She too busy. I only talked to her 2 seconds. She was too busy. She's always on the phone.
And let me tell you guys, it's because of Drew is how I was able to get Sonia on air when she came out with the reply for Bacardi's song. So, you know, like I said, me and Drew, we keep in touch, and I'm very proud of what you're doing, brother. A lot of love and respect to you, as well as you have your own business in Canada. So we're hoping that goes as well, because it's a short little window, because once that ice hits, I know you're going to change it from landscaping to snow removal. Is that what it's going to be?
Yeah, we do snow removal. We did it last year, 2 years now. Yeah.
Good. Tell everybody a little about your business, who's ever in Canada.
So we're busy all around.
In.
We're up in Brampton, Ontario. That's where we are, close to repping Guyana out of Canada, doing our thing. Want to say one more big up. I want to say blessings to Bunty Singh, BKVJ Studio. He's always there with me from day one. Triple 8 Records, DJ Cuts, always there with me from day one. So big these guys up. Bunty has some big songs coming out. I have another chutney, more traditional chutney coming out.
Nice.
Soon. And Bunty has some really good ones coming out as well. So look out for those, because those look like some monster hits coming out from the BKVJ Studio.
Awesome. All right, respect, bro. So here's what. You ready to drop this thing, bro?
Ready to drop it.
All right, so you know what to do, right? You gotta large up this thing, and I'm gonna play it, brother. So you go ahead.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody. Big up everything. I love my Guyana. We Ting Radio. Drop the tune.
Sexy woman who love to shake up the waist and roll to the ground and roll to the tassa drum. Look how me gal them a wine and go down. Four possessed woman them a rah-rah. 6 races living together. Show some love and respect me culture. Yeah. DJ use for a brighter future. Yeah. That's the only way we could get one Guyana. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is your land.
You're listening to the International DJ presenting New Track.
Bunty Singh on MC Drew. Cross color. BKVJ. For my Guyanese people. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is your land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. This is your land. Hey.
Take a walk down Sheriff Street. See how the country looking sweet. Feel the steel and the Congo beat. Guyana is sweet, sweet, sweet.
Let me tell you about all the sexy woman who love to shake up the waist and roll to the ground and roll to the
So Drew, before I get ready to pull up this track, anything you want to say to the peoples and them, brother?
Thanks. Sorry. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for all your love. Thank you. Please, if you want to hear the video, you want to see the video, you could go to MC Droopy, Facebook MC Droopy, TikTok MC Droopy, Instagram MC Droopy. Thank you guys for everything. Alan, big up yourself. We Ting Radio. It's not your thing, it's we Ting.
Respect, brother.
Big
Respect.
up,
You
brother.
stay
Thank
safe,
you.
all right? And don't forget anything
All
new
right.
you got. Just make sure and link us up. And I wish you the best of luck with all the future endeavors you have in place, brother.
Thank you, brother. Bless.
I love my Guyana. Anything. Check the video. Really great video. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is your land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. This is your land. Hey.
Take a walk down Sheriff Street. See how the country looking sweet. Feel the steel and the Congo beat. Guyana is sweet, sweet, sweet.
Let me tell you about all the sexy woman who love to shake up the waist and roll to the ground and roll to the Tassa drum. Look how me gal them a wine and go down. Four test woman them a rara. 6 races living together. Show some love and respect me culture. Yeah, yeah. DJ use for a brighter future. Yeah, yeah. That's the only way we could get one Guyana. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is your land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is my land. This is your land.
Oh, this is paradise. Guyana is so nice. This is paradise. My Guyana is so nice. Take a jump for Guyana. Somebody say Guyana. Throw up your hands for Guyana. Raise up your flags for Guyana. Take a jump for Guyana. Somebody say Guyana. Take a jump for Guyana. Somebody say Guyana.
We are one people, one nation, one destiny. Sing the thing now. One people, one nation, one destiny. Chant the thing now. One people, one nation, one destiny. Everybody sing. One people, one nation, one destiny. I love my Guyana. This is my land. I love my Guyana. This is your land.
Oh yes, oh
I
yeah.
love my Guyana. This is my land.
Good evening, Esther.
This is my land. This is your land. Hey. I love Guyana. Sing it to
But what Drew love more than Guyana? What he love? What he love?
She take away my heart, she take away my soul. The one thing she can take away is me Eldorado gold. She take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can take away is me Eldorado gold. She tell me that she love me, but that
When we finish the song, boy.
she tell me that she love me, but that is not true. So I turn to my best friend, Johnny Walker Blue. She take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can take away is me Eldorado gold. Yeah, you can try, you can try, you can try all you want. Eldorado gold, what I really, really want. Drinking liquor, me feel alright. Everybody come, let me dance all night. Jump and wave, let me see you jump and wave. Everybody jump and wave, let me see you jump and wave. Everybody jump and wave, jump and wave, jump and wave. Everybody, everybody. I bring the girl from Irish and she cannot cook. I bring the girl from Irish and she cannot cook. I bring the girl from Irish and she cannot cook. Every time I catch she liming on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Every time I catch she liming on Facebook. She take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can take away is me Eldorado gold. She take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can take away is me Eldorado gold. Yeah, you can try, you can try, you can try all you want. Eldorado gold, what I really, really want. Drinking liquor, me feel alright. Everybody come, let me dance all night.
She can cook a chicken and she can cook a hen. She can cook a chicken and she can cook a hen.
take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can't take away is me Eldorado gold. She take away my heart, she take away my soul. One thing she can't take away is me Eldorado gold. My Eldorado gold gonna stay with me. Inside, outside, any party. You can take my heart, you can take my soul, but you can't take my Eldorado gold. Jump away, everybody jump away. Let me see you jump away. Everybody jump away, jump away. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Back about we go to, we gonna take a good view. We don't care what anybody have to say. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yo, what's what? Tony Cuts. Shaggy String Studios. There we go. This girl calling, she say every day I only drinking. All my partners say that they coming, all they coming by me. What to do? Girl, you know that I really love you.
So our next artist coming on in just a few.
Only gonna take a few. I'll be home by 3. If you don't want me to go, girl, come with me. Let we go. Let we go. Let we go.
There we go.
But we go to, we gonna take a good view. We don't care what any.
Now before he gets ready to come on,
Let we go.
there's only one thing
Let we go.
that his mom to say to him, you know.
Let we go.
When he go to Texas, you have to tell she something. What are you looking for in Texas, right?
Mommy quarreling, say I is a man who not settling. She can't understand. I don't know if something wrong with me. Mommy only want me get married, but I have one to cook, I have one to wash, I have one to sweep, and they don't ever meet. I have one to cook, I have one to wash, I have one to sweep, and they don't ever meet. Throw your hand in the air, jump around and say oh yeah, say oh yeah yeah. When I was smaller, mommy used to tell me, I hope that you never come out like your daddy. Now I getting older, like I taking over, and my mommy saying I was like my father. I don't know if something wrong with me.
I wonder if something wrong with him.
Mommy only want me get married.
Nah.
But I have one to cook, I have one to wash, I have one to sweep, and they don't ever meet. I have one to cook, I have one to wash, I have one to sweep, and they don't ever meet.
So ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and the privilege to welcome to the We Ting Radio your two-time Chutney Soca Monarch King. He has his hands in everything. Not because he's not on air. There is a lot of things he's doing behind the scenes. Just recently, ZTV production that had 22 million people watch the culture and the heritage of our Hindu religion out of Trinidad and Tobago, brought to him by himself and his manager Vishma, that made a humongous impact for Trinidad and Tobago. It's very unfortunate that COVID is holding a lot of other productions back. But one of my brothers, long time in the business, who just dropped a wicked video just this weekend gone, because everything that he does is always on a different level. Must be perfected in his own way, and he never releases nothing unless he's 100% satisfied. So to the perfectionist that is sponsored by the Hub, the one and only, my brother, the man man himself, Mr. Nishat M, Mr. Nishat Meru. Sitaram, brother, how you doing? How you feeling?
Sitaram, brother, Sitaram. Good evening to you, Alan. All the Wheating Radio Universe everywhere. Everybody locked on right now. It's a fantastic, what it is, Tuesday? It's a fantastic Tuesday.
That's right, Tuesday.
Yeah, man. So a blessed Tuesday to every single person. And it's a pleasure to be here to spend a little time with you and chat, man.
Well, it's good seeing you. It's been a long time. You know,
Yes,
like I said,
yes,
you've
been a
been
while.
doing a lot behind the scenes and not in the forefront. And, you know, tell everybody what you've been doing in the background.
Well, you know, everybody kind of knows the situation with the entire entertainment industry over the last 17 months. There really hasn't been much of a forefront, you know. There've been like slight little pockets of opportunity in between in terms of live events and that kind of thing. And you know, live events kind of really form the foundation or the basis of what we do, going out to shows and packing out these venues and having these live parties. So, you know, with that missing for the last 17 months, it's really been a tough time for a lot of artists, including myself, missing that aspect of our lives that we would have grown so accustomed to. So for me, I really took the time to kind of step back and do a bit of reflection and kind of decide how I would want to move forward as we start seeing some light at the end of at the end of the tunnel and we start heading out of the pandemic. So I took the opportunity to spend a lot of time in studio recording a lot of material. I took a little break from releasing material though, and we focused a little bit more, like you would have mentioned, on the virtual events. So last year we had a fantastic virtual concert series, and it was really well received. Thankfully, it's a new year, 2021. We still, you know, kind of on our way, trying to struggle to find our way back to normalcy. But finally, I'm honored to be able to be here to share some new music and to share a brand new video with you.
Now, you're one of the people that, out of Trinidad and Tobago, bro, elevated virtual shows, right? Because the standard that you brought, everybody's like, oh, damn, Nishat went like this, so now we got to do it, you understand? 103 up their game, a lot of DJs and them up their game in regards to how they do virtual concerts and stuff, and you did too. Then you went to the next level, and TV production for the Diwali, you know, the Diwali Nagar time when, you know, everybody was locked in, couldn't go out and stuff. Tell everybody a little bit about how that came about and the success of 22 million viewers, bro. A 9-day process.
Yeah, that was indeed a blessing. You know, to speak to your first point about everyone kind of upping their game with the virtual events, I think that's a really, really wonderful and really encouraging sign for the genre in general and for the Chutney Soca fraternity. To see everybody kind of picking up the baton and taking it upon themselves to put on some fantastic virtual productions over the lockdown. So collectively, I think it's a good look for us to be able to find creative ways to keep the culture going, to keep the Chutney Soca music going, to keep the Bollywood music going. We would have started with the Shad and Chill concert, which was in May last year. And that was at the height of the lockdown when we were limited to having just 5 people in any sort of gathering. So it was a bit of a challenge, but we put on a fantastic show. It was a really nice, intimate evening. I had a chance to sit down and just chat with the audience. And this wasn't a pre-recorded show. This was a live show. Like, we were actually performing in real time, responding to comments in real time. We followed that up with Together the concert, which happened in June. Another fantastic concert, which again we did live on the spot, on the fly, making things happen as we go and giving people that real live experience at home. Finally, we were able to grab the attention of ZTV, and they saw the quality of the productions that we were putting out.
Definitely.
Yeah, and initially the thought was to do one grand Diwali concert. But they were interested in doing something that was more of a series type. And interestingly enough, this was the first time that they had actually approached an artist outside of India to put on a full series for ZTV to be aired throughout all their regions and that kind of thing. It ended up being a 9-night concert entitled Diwali Utsav, featuring Nishat M and friends. Like you mentioned, bro, over 22 million views worldwide. The reviews were fantastic. We were able to get, the Ministry of Culture involved. which to me is a big deal because I feel like to really propagate the music in the correct way, we need more than just artistic involvement and artistic input. We really need that input from like a ministerial level as well and a governmental level in order to take us to the places where we want to be. So thankfully, it kind of it set the bar for our virtual shows. And ZTV was able uh, to invite other local acts now to put on concerts and be a part of their programming when they were able to see what we were able to do. So just thankful for that opportunity, bro, and always happy and an honor to be able to shine a bright light on Trinidad and Tobago culture, and we always aim to do it in a very classy way, and we always try to keep the production up to a certain standard. So thankfully, it was a well executed concert based on all the reviews, and yeah, just a blessing to be able to share that.
And that's for now. Now I'm gonna bust a bubble here just a little bit because
Mhm.
it's fortunate that I have some inside information. But you're planning the Diwali Ustav #2, Part 2, that's coming up this year. Hopefully, with the way how COVID's going, I really hope the plans that you guys are going with doesn't hinder this from happening because it's going to be more of an international stage, which is going to be phenomenal. So let's really hope that that's able to come to fruition.
Yeah, bro. In everything that we do, we always try to raise the bar with our productions in terms of what we would have done before. The Valley Utsav this year is going to be something that is out of this world. The concept, the vision that is going into this production is really something that people are going to be completely immersed in when they sit in front of their screens for those nights leading up to Diwali. So I want to urge everyone to also subscribe to the Nishad M YouTube channel because all of this content also goes on the Nishad M YouTube channel. So you have a chance to go back and view it afterwards, and if you missed it live while it was happening. So yeah, Diwali Utsav 2 is on ZTV. We come in, Nishad M and friends. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I can't wait because, like I said, the way how some of the things is planned so far is going to be ridiculous. So
Yeah.
And here's what Nishan is very humble. His team is very humble, but I'm going to make sure and put this out there. As you mentioned, working with the ministry for the ZTV and stuff like that, that led to you guys because you and your team is who was approached in regards to getting vaccination and stuff like that. And yourself and Vishma took it upon you guys self to say, listen, not just us. We need the whole Chutney Soka fraternity to get vaccinated and things like that. And Vishma spearheaded that to get everyone vaccinated. So I got to commend you guys because a lot of people would be like, boss, I'm doing this myself and everybody's on their own.
Yeah.
But you guys never think like that. It's always about bringing everybody together. So I got to commend you guys because other people has been getting different things and whatever. But I know for a fact you guys was very instrumental in getting the fraternity and sorority of the Chutney Soka industry vaccinated and to get them back out there, hopefully touring soon and all these different kind of things.
At the end of the day, I think there's a collective responsibility here. Management, as you would have mentioned, did play an instrumental role in terms of representing the interests of the Chutney Soka fraternity at that level. But we just saw it as a part of our collective responsibility. We don't really do it for any sort of recognition or that kind of thing. I think in any way that anybody at this point could help in terms of getting us out of this crazy new normal that we find ourselves in. It's more than welcome. Thankfully, we were able to play a part. Like you would have mentioned, the ministry did approach me to kind of be a part of their vaccination drive. Now, I also have something interesting that's going to be coming up with NLCB. Yo, make a note of this. NLCB has something massive that is going to be launched very soon. Can't let too much information out, but proud to be a part of that as well. And I always use whatever platform I have around this time to urge persons to educate themselves on the importance of getting vaccinated. Not to divert too much from the main topic, but a lot of misinformation out there. I respect everyone's right of choice in terms of choosing whether they decide to take it or not. But I do hope that they would make that choice based on reliable and proven data, scientific data, the medical data. And the reality is, in my opinion, and the way I see it, this is the only way we're going to be able to get out of this pandemic. So let's try and get vaccinated, guys, so we can get this thing going again.
Especially for Trinidad and Tobago, because unfortunately, Trinidad is at less than 20% fully vaccinated. So as Nishat said, you guys, if you have any kind of hesitation or whatever, consult a medical professional, get information. But in order for Trinidad to get back to some kind of normalcy, this is what needs to get done.
Yeah, bro. And I've been fully vaccinated, and fully vaccinated meaning 2 weeks would have passed since my last shot. So I've been fully vaccinated for maybe about a month now. No, probably a little less than a month, maybe about 2 to 3 weeks,
Yeah, I
because I
think
would have
a
got
little
my
less.
a little less than that. But in terms of the side effects and that kind of thing, I had no sort of negative experience, and to be honest with you, Alan. Let me tell you something. For the people who have any sort of hesitation, it does give you a sense of peace of mind. Not that I'm complacent now when I will let my guard down, but
Yeah,
I
right.
do know to myself that I've given myself a chance in the odd event that I'm exposed to the virus. At least I know I have some sort of a defense, as opposed to not being vaccinated and leaving yourself in a position now where it doesn't depend on your age. It doesn't depend on sometimes if you have any pre-existing conditions. It's the way in which this virus is mutating and going about now. It could literally just take anybody, and we are seeing this unfold before our eyes every day. So
And pop
please
up.
just go out and get vaccinated, educate yourself, and let's do
And it
this
could and it
together.
could just pop up in your house. You never know. It
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah, of
There's,
course.
there's no way that you know how it's gonna reach inside. So
That
do
is
the things
correct.
that's necessary. This is a step to help severe complications from happening, but
Yeah.
definitely in regards to protect yourself. So here's what Nishad. Now, like I said, you haven't put out anything in a while, a good while. Probably maybe over a year.
About a
And-
year, about a year and a half.
Right, so
Yeah.
about a year and a half, and you came back with some something magnificent because your video. That's one of the things you stepped up your game in regards to video production. You've been working with Din. Now you had a different team in regards to what you did here. Gorgeous woman. Everybody wants to know, where did you film this thing? I know our favorite scene is the swing scene, but I'm not going to go into all of that. But I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go into all of that. But tell everybody about the concept, how it came about in regards to the video and things like that.
So like I would have mentioned earlier, I have a few, not just a few, a good bit of songs that um, I had the opportunity to pick from in terms of releasing one to be the first, which would be this one. Um, I thought to myself, where do I start after not releasing music for quite a while? And for me, I would have mentioned in many previous interviews that Bollywood music is a passion that runs very deep in my veins. I thought that that would be a good place to start back, to go back to my foundation, which is Bollywood music, and of course at the same time to put a modern twist on it, in terms of getting like that appeal with the younger audience, and growing the reach of the music and the ears that the music is able to reach. The video is something I actually conceptualized um, some time back. The beautiful woman we have
The
featured in the
swing scene
video.
you
Oh
conceptualized,
boy.
right?
Nah, that one just happened in this spurry moment. The cameraman just happened to be in the right place.
Large
at
up
the
our
right
sponsor.
time. How my partner going, boy? Hey, how long I haven't seen this guy?
Very well,
Smiley.
very well, very
Smiley,
well.
right? It's Smiley,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. From Texas, she's probably in
Smiley.
Trinidad, offshore.
Smiley, I could never forget this guy. We had a show in Texas in 2019, guys.
Actually, it just came up the other day, 2 years ago.
Yeah, bro.
A couple days ago.
At Club Adore in Houston, and we met this guy named Smiley who took over the party. Not just the party, he took over the after party.
Oh yeah, everything is bigger in Texas. We found out.
Nah, but it's good vibes, bro. Sometimes I sit like I would sit at home during this lockdown, and when you think about like performing at these places and being able to share these memories, you can't help but think that sometimes you really don't appreciate a moment until it becomes a memory.
True.
And that's something that I've learned, that we all need to adjust. We need to be able to live in the moment and appreciate things as they're happening, and not only realize the value of a moment when we think about it afterwards. It was a blessing to be able to share those moments, guys. We had so much laughs here, and I could when I think about laughing, the amount I laughed that night, my belly started to hurt, I tell you, guys. It
Oh,
was
we had
so
a
much
good
fun.
time.
It was so much fun. But you know
We
what?
had a very, very good time. Lodge up our boy Rennie out of Texas.
Big up Rennie,
Oh,
DJ
man.
Rennie. Looking forward to doing this again in
Yeah,
the,
man.
in the very near future.
Yeah, so let's hope very, very soon, because exactly with COVID and stuff that's going on, you can't get to tour and experience these kind of things. And that is probably one of my top 5 moments of being on a show somewhere where I will have Alzheimer's and never forget what we experienced in
Tiana,
Texas.
I tell myself I could go to any party and anybody could tell any story. And it don't matter what they say. I know I have a story. I could say what
Yes,
you feel is that here this.
that is sure. That is a fact.
That is a
That is a
story.
fact. That
And
is
you
a
know what?
fact.
I have the videos to back it up on my phone too.
That is a
Oh
fact.
gosh, hey, good
That is a
times, good
fact.
times.
That is a fact. That is very, very true. That you think you have one? I got one better.
Good times, good times.
So, and this is now, Nisha, the scenery, the layout. Tell everybody where in
Oh
Trinidad
yeah,
this
sorry.
was.
I
Yeah,
forgot, I
we
forgot what I
got
was telling you.
digressed. We got digressed due to your sponsor.
Yeah,
So launch up
yeah,
your sponsor.
yeah. Right. So like I was saying, the beautiful woman who is featured in the video is Miss Isabel Bisnat, who's actually a former Miss Trinidad and Tobago. She's an attorney by profession. She's very stunning. She's very intelligent, and I think this will be the first time she's actually featured in a project like this.
Wow.
And it's so wonderful that she actually saw, she would have seen the Diwali Utsav stuff that we were doing, and she was super excited to be involved in this before the song was even out, before she even heard the song, before she had a chance to really get any sort of information about what was going on. She immediately was like, yeah, she wants to be a part of it, and she's excited about it. And she was so amazing to work with, bro. Very, very easy to work with.
I think she just wanted you to push her on the swing. I think that's what it was.
I wanted to push it on this thing. No, but in all seriousness, I think it's nice as well to be able to feature a young woman who I see as somebody who could be a role model to the young upcoming woman. Like I would have mentioned, she isn't just any average girl. She's an attorney,
Oh,
very
definitely.
intelligent, very beautiful, and these are the kind of women who I feel like our young girls need to look up to. Sometimes we see videos and we see all kinds of girls, and it's nice to look at people sometimes. But
No, I think was told the house when she got the box is her actual house, correct?
yeah, so when
received
she
that
would
in
have
the beginning.
received the box, that's her personal apartment. And then when we would have continued to film the shot, that is along Trinidad's north coast at a place called Mahogany Ridge. So there's a very, as you would see in the video, there's a very like antique looking type of house. But
Wow.
the look and the architecture of the house just adds so much to the ambience of the place. And from the house now, there's a pathway that leads down to a gazebo that overlooks the entire coast. Now, when you get a view. Now you are up on the top
On a
of this
cliff,
mountain.
right? It's a
On a
cliff.
cliff, yeah. And you're seeing the view of the ocean, and you're seeing the islands in the distance. And the sun comes up from the direction that you're getting this view. So the scene in the morning is really something breathtaking.
Wow.
And so far, a lot of people have been messaging. They're like, number one, they're like, okay, who's the girl? And number two, where did you shoot? Where was this video shot? What part of the world is this? Like, where is this? A lot of people don't even believe this is in Trinidad. And for me,
I didn't. I mean, I was like, where'd you guys travel to? Because these are some well-kept secrets of Trinidad and Tobago.
exactly. And you know what? It's such an honor to be able to shine a light on some of these places. Whatever I do, bro, I'm always so proud to shine a light on a positive light on Trinidad and Tobago. I'm so proud to be a Trini, to be a Trinbagonian. I feel a strong sense of patriotism, and whenever I'm able to contribute anything positive towards our cultural landscape, bro, for me, I feel a great sense of pride and honor. So, to showcase these places that some people don't even know exist, to me, I think is wonderful because people have message. I've even directed them to where the spot is so that they could call up the place, they could go check it out, they could go stay, whatever the case is. But yeah, it's a beautiful spot.
How did you decide to use this place? I mean, you've done videos before, and then what made you say, I want to use Mahogany Ridge?
Strange enough, Mahogany Ridge popped up as a sponsored ad on my Facebook.
No
And as I was
way.
scrolling, and I saw it now, the gazebo and stuff, we actually had to carry that huge piano down there and set it up.
Oh
It's very
Lord.
plain. So we had some fantastic people involved, like Deco Genius and AV Concepts, Kent Lavelle, and a few other people who would have made it possible and made the whole thing happen. Um, but yeah, bro, it's a beautiful place, and we just had to make it happen.
Phenomenal. Now, in regards to production and things like that, you've been doing a lot behind the scenes, touching a lot of people's music. Been working with Nikolai Green, as we see in the background there, your Nishat M studio. You've been getting that going and devoting a lot. The reason why you've been kind of off grid is because you've been very busy with production and producing and fixing tracks and things like that. Tell everybody
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, bro. So I've had the chance to work with NMG Music, Nikolai Green, who is a very experienced, fantastic producer, more on the soca side of things. And I've been able to play keys on tracks for like Bungie Garlin, Faye and Lions on the 8-bit rhythm. Voice by any means, there's actually a lot of my music in there. We have tracks like Southman, Ricardo Drew, the Femme Fury rhythm with Nyla Blackman and Patrice. Other songs with Ricardo Drew and a few other songs along the way, Para
Yeah,
and
wow.
stuff. And it's nice to be able to spread my wings and kind of get a different perspective of the music at the same time from a production side. I have been trying to, kind of fine tune my production skills, and now I feel comfortable that I'm at a point where I can produce a track fully from beginning to end. Um, Still a little bit hesitant on the mixing and mastering, so thankfully that's where Nikolai Green comes in, and we would mix the song together, and he's a fantastic person when it comes to mastering the track.
Oh, definitely.
So
Hmm.
so just trying to push my own boundaries, bro, and for any artist who records music, I'll tell you, recording your own music from start to finish is a challenge, but it's so much fun, bro. It is tough when you think about recording your own vocals and that kind of thing because your mind is in two places at the same time. And at times it can get frustrating as opposed to, just being able to rock back by a microphone and somebody does all the technical work for you. This is you doing everything. But it does give you us a very strong sense of fulfillment at the end of it, knowing that this is something that I put out. Like I would have mentioned in one of my posts, it feels like when I put music like this out, it's like a part of me that I'm sharing with people because it's my production, it's my arrangement, it's my music. Even though it's a cover version and it's a song that we are accustomed to, but it's my take and my spin on a classic. So thankfully, people have been enjoying the song, and much more productions to come out from the studio right in the back here.
Now, and this is the thing. One of the things that I always say is, there's people that are gifted, right? You're a gifted writer, you're a gifted singer, you're a gifted producer, because music is not something that's easy. Not any and everybody can do it. So when you put out great stuff like this, it's a blessing, and to be able to share that with the world, because this is part of your legacy. This is what what you're leaving behind, and to inspire other people. So I commend you, bro. That's something I always tell you about because you're extremely talented, you're extremely gifted, and what you did with this track and to turn it into your own. And also, I love the fact that how you guys put the translation of the song because people don't know about that, what it means. Everybody hears all these Bollywood things. Oh, that sounds nice as a love song, but the meaning of these words is so deep that this is not just any kind of love song. This is true love to a person when you're singing this to them.
Yeah, bro, you're absolutely right. Even me myself, I don't speak Hindi, and a lot of people are surprised when I tell them that because they're like, "So how are you able to sing these songs if you don't understand what it means?" And obviously, I would look up the meaning. You only have to look up the meaning once to get a sense of what the song means. You don't have to really understand the language fully. um, but we did decide to include the subtitles so that people, like you said, could appreciate the deep sense of poetry in this language. The way that Bollywood music expresses love is a very unique way. In the way that it's described and the feelings and the emotions attached to it. So thankfully, a lot of people who usually would not listen to the music because they might feel like they don't understand what's going on, they could read along to the subtitles and they could make sense of it all. They could understand the meaning and the emotions behind the song. And, that's not something we would see all the time in these Bollywood videos. And we just saw it as a little way that we could probably broaden the base and widen the audience a little bit. So that's
And
pretty much what it is.
and definitely. Now, why did you choose this song? Because there's hundreds and millions of songs. Why did you choose this one?
This song is such a classic, Alan. It's been around since the 90s. It's from the movie Criminal. It was originally done by Kumar Sanu and Alka Yagnik. And funny enough, I forgot that. Excuse. Funny enough, I forgot that I used to sing this song when I was way younger. And when I played this demo for my mom,
No way.
she was the one who actually reminded me that, you used to sing this song back then. And so I guess I would have had a sense of connection with this song from earlier. Even though I forgot I used to sing it, it was still embedded in me somewhere there. Um, but with it being such a loved song, I felt like it was just a natural fit. And the music is something that I started to work on quite a while ago, actually. And because I have so many songs put down, and like I would have mentioned, trying to find which song is the correct one to release at this point in time. We also had some limitations in terms of what I wanted to do visually, in terms of a video. So that limited me in terms of the song, because in the other songs that I want to do, there are so many other things I want to do visually. We kind of basically have to wait until COVID is done to do these things. So all of this came together in terms of playing a part. But like I said, bro, always back to the foundation. Bollywood music is what I love the most. So I felt like this was a good place to start back, and then anything else that is to come could be built on that foundation.
Now, do you feel with COVID and being now you've had your own studio for a few years now, but you've been confined to it, let's say, right? No gigs, no touring, none of the other things to take away, no sponsorship tours. You understand the hub is missing
Yeah.
but do you find you've been more creative in regards to what you can do inside there? Because now that you can create the music and build and go from scratch to a final product, do you feel that it's given you some more freedom in this time period that you've been confined to your studio? Do you think that's helped you?
Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that having my own studio does give me that sense of freedom in terms of being able to do things exactly the way that I wanted. It's not a sense of compromise with anybody else. It's literally the way I want things done is how I'm able to do it. And that of course doesn't mean that that I'm not open to working with other producers and that kind of thing. The no part of it comes in from the mental and emotional effects, I think, of the whole pandemic. For creative people and people involved in the creative arts, I think emotionally being in the right place is very important in terms of your creativity working the way it's supposed to. To put it in a very simple way.
You feed off of other people, right?
Not just other people, but you feed off of your own emotions, your own experiences, what you are going through and experiencing in your everyday life. So there's a song that's actually going to be released later this year. That's called "Bad for Me," which is a very, very sad, emotional song. And there was a point in time where those were the emotions that I was feeling, and I said to myself, you know what? There are so many other people who are feeling these emotions right now, and so many times we are so strongly focused on wanting to put out happy music and to put out party music, which is of course nothing is wrong with that. We love partying and we love to be happy. That's our identity as Trinbagonians and Caribbean people. But at the same time, sadness is something that is universal. It's something that we all experience, and I think really exploring who I am as an artist, it means exploring other emotions apart from just being happy in music. It means exploring sadness, it means exploring love, it means exploring heartbreak, it means exploring all these other things, because at the end of the day, these are all real emotions that people feel. So there were times during the pandemic where I felt like my creativity was a bit stifled because I probably wasn't in the frame of mind that I was in. But I guess you just have to find a way to turn that around and channel it in the right way. So thankfully now, I think there's a bit of light at the end of the tunnel. And along with all of that going on, I've still been persevering and persisting at it. So, many things have been recorded, many different types of songs, many different types of sounds. And I'm so excited, bro, to share all of this. And trust me, all of it is going to be dropped right here on We Ting.
And not only that, because we go way back, but you're on the streaming platforms. You understand? You're on Spotify. You're on Amazon. You're on Apple Music. Deezer, iHeartRadio. All these different things. Follow, subscribe to the artists and them, because that way, when the music does come out, they're able to be there right with you when it does. So make sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on these different platforms, subscribe to an artist. It helps them. And
Yeah, bro.
as you mentioned, Nishat has his YouTube channel. Subscribe to his YouTube channel, because these is ways since touring has hold back, the dollars and cents is very minimum. It's not life changing, but at least it is something that can help go towards another production later on and things like that.
Yeah, and apart from that, I think with our industry being so small, it kind of puts us at a disadvantage in terms of the impact that we are able to have on a bigger scale. And when I say that, like, let's just take for example, let's say you live in the States or you live in India. The people, the amount of people, just by sheer number, the amount of people in the population, if you're able to hit a very small percentage of those people, you're still talking about millions and millions and millions of people.
Yep.
As opposed to us, our entire population is 1.2 million. So when you take just the music, let's call it the Indo-Caribbean fraternity out from that from our
Right.
population, it's a very small number of people. So that's why it's so important, for us to be able to support our local artists, for us to play their music, subscribe to the channels, follow their pages, that kind of thing. And this is what helps us to propagate the talent. I always tell people that I feel like our culture and our music is what gives Trinidad its identity on an international stage. It's not the oil, it's not the
Not the
anything
doubles,
else.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the music. People know us for soca music, for chutney music, for carnival, and that's what gives us our identity. So at the end of the day, we work very hard as artists, and what we do is not for us, not just for us. It's also for people, and for people to enjoy. So subscribe to all your favorite artists, and share their music, like their music, that kind of thing. It goes a long way.
Exactly. Now here's one thing, right? There's a lot of ladies that's locked in, but I got a lot of my brother Ahmed Sagram that's been supporting you, sending his messages and comments. Rishi
Big up to
Kadiro.
Ahmed Sagram. I had to say big up to Ahmed Sagram. Yo, Alan, Ahmed Sagram is such a super talented guy.
Oh my God! And
Yo.
what I wanted to segue into that, but speaking about Ahmed, you were one of the judges for the first time ever, the 103 Chutney Soca Road March and stuff, and with some very respected other individuals as well. So you were three big pillars in the industry. What was it like, judging the competition and seeing this young man that's making some major impact in this industry?
Firstly, being a judge was a tremendous experience on its own, because the other two judges were Shivan and Mirage and Rana Moab. These guys are two phenomenally trained and recognized musicians, super talented, very distinguished, and very accomplished. So to be on a judging panel with three people, and these are the other two judges, for me was a tremendous sense of accomplishment, especially knowing that these are the guys who I performed before when
Right.
it comes to Chutney Soca Monarch and that kind of thing. And now I'm able to sit and judge together with them. So it was a tremendous feeling and an honor and a blessing. As far as Ahmed Sagram goes, I always say, bro, Ahmed is a super talented guy, and I always respect the fact that he's one of the younger people who is keeping the traditional chutney alive. It's a part of the art form that sometimes gets a little bit lost, and it's because not many people from the younger generation, including myself, we don't really delve in the chatak matak and the traditional chutney so much.
Yep.
Amit and I and management have been having some conversations about us doing a song together behind the scenes, so it's something that I am looking forward to. So Amit, I hope you're writing this song, bro.
Well, he did mention he was on earlier.
Together.
He was on earlier, and he said, "I got a monster thing that's coming with a major artist." So you probably bust the bubble when he set it up a little bit earlier.
Well, you know what? It's something
And that's
I'm
gonna be
looking forward to,
phenomenal.
bro. And one thing I love about Amit as well is that he's a phenomenal singer, bro. He's a really strong vocalist. So being able to sit and judge him that night was a wonderful experience to see what he brought to the stage, and to see the way that he's keeping his traditional music alive.
Excellent. Now here's what, Nishad, your vocal ability has always been, magnificent. You've been singing for a lot of years, but you've gone on the solo aspect for the past 6 years. So within 6 years, to be a solo artist and from where you was to where you are now, how do you feel about these multiples of accomplishments that you have made in yourself, putting yourself out there?
It is a very humbling feeling. At the same time, it does feel a bit strange at times because as much as I'm maybe accustomed to doing music for a long time, in my earlier days, I never really thought of music as being my full-time career. So it was a bit of an adjustment from leaving a full-time job, an 8 to 4 job where I did music part-time to doing music full-time and making it basically my bread and butter on the way that I live my life and, pay my bills. But thankfully, bro, I always encourage people to follow their passion, and that is exactly what I did in terms of my music. I decided to do what makes me happy, bro. We have one life to live, and we need to, if it is, we are able to find that niche thing that really makes people sit and look at you in awe when you do it. And it doesn't have to be music. It could be anything. It could be the way that you make a roti, the way you bake a cake, maybe the way you paint a car, maybe the way you dance, or the way you sew a shirt, or the way you sweep a yard or something. It could be anything. But everybody has that one thing about them that when people look at them do it, they're like, wow, you are really good at that. So you have to think about what that is for yourself and find a way to make that work for you and explore that.
Here's what. I want you to sing a little bit of the song for them because, they're going to hear your vocal ability, man. If you're new to Nishad Meru, I'm sorry. I don't know where you've been because this guy is extremely, extremely blessed and talented. So, Nishad, go ahead and give him a little something. We're gonna remove the background instrumental I have going, and it's all yours, bro. You there?
Hello.
There we go. Yeah, can you hear me? I guess you got a phone call, right? Hello, hello, hello. I think he did get a phone call, and that kind of messed up the connection. So he's going to come right back. So, you know what? We got to drop his song in just a second. Let me get another Nishad Meru song here for you guys. Hold on. Sorry that we're going over time, but the good thing is the fact that Miss Budu Singh is not at work, which is good.
अब नहीं हरवा ना भावे अब नहीं हरवा ना भावे रे सैया
Check. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, but we're not seeing you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're not seeing me? You're not seeing me?
No, double check your camera.
Okay, 1 second.
I know somebody probably called you, and that's how we end up losing you there.
Yeah, that's what happened. Are you seeing me now?
Nope, still not yet.
Okay, I'm going to try to join them back in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah, close out everything and then come back. Large up Johnny J. K.C. Bunny. DJ Didi.
She ready to walk it. Just start to roll. And she cannot stop it. When she lose control, she starts to wind up, walk up the waist. Start to wind up. Start to wind and walk up the waist. Walk up the waist. Walk up the waist. Baba jo humre, mala banaiye. Baba jo humre, mala banaiye. Mala na kadi saduaj. Saya dhun hoy, piya dhun hoy.
Can you? Oh, there we go. Yeah, just had you. Just had you.
Ready to walk it, just a start to roll, and she cannot stop it. When she lose control, she starts to whine, walk up the waist.
Can you hear me, Nishat?
Bapa nagar mein, moti ki chatu hai. Bapa nagar mein, chatur chatur sab moti kharji. Murk khari khari pachtai, saya saya dhun hoy, piya piya dhun hoy. Ab nahi harwa na bhave, saya saya dhun hoy, piya piya dhun hoy, saya saya dhun hoy, piya piya dhun hoy. Ab nahi harwa na bhave, saya saya dhun hoy, piya piya.
Can you hear me, bro?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yep, we could hear you good. Could hear you good. All right, so like I said, go ahead and sing some of the song for them, bro.
Did we just jump into the middle of a different conversation?
No, we're doing this. Let's go.
What are we doing?
You're gonna sing some of the song.
What song?
For all them ladies. The new one, Cat.
They really gotta make one sing no way.
Yes, boy.
तू मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए ना हो तू उदास तेरे पास पास मेरा होगा जिंदगी भर ना हो तू उदास तेरे पास पास मेरा होगा जिंदगी भर सारे संसार का प्यार मैंने तुझे में पाया तू मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए.
Well, you see, no shadowing. That's live singing, man. The man have it. He's got these vocal abilities. So, Nisha, before we get ready to drop the track, brother, anything you want to say to the peoples and them?
I always like to say thank you to God Almighty first and foremost in everything that I do for blessing me with the talent and the ability to do what I do. Special thanks to management for making things happen as always. On the ball, on the button, always doing a wonderful job. A lot of people involved in the video are making the video happen. Big up to Antonio Achi, who is the videographer. This was actually my first time working with him. Really
Excellent
cool guy
job.
to work with.
Excellent job, man. Oh
he did a really good job. So to Antonio Achi and Lorenzo Aguilera, they were the camera operators. Big up to them. Special thanks to Isabel Bisnat for the phenomenal job and for being such a warm and friendly and nice person to work with. Special thanks to Ronaldo Garcia as well. Let me see if I can remember everybody. Kerry Gold. Special thanks to Kerry. AV Concepts as DJ Nayo.
Oh, man. Somebody called you again. We end up losing them again. Oh, man. All right, so here's what. Let's see if we're going to get Nisha to come back. But phenomenal job. I know this is probably the longest that Vishma has been locked on to Weeting. So congratulations to Vishma for setting a record. Large up, Vishma. I wonder if we should just drop this or go back to... Here we go. Let's see.
Are you seeing me, Alan?
Not seeing you, but we could hear you. But here's what. Go ahead and enlarge it up and we'll drop the track. All right, bro?
Okay, cool. So, yeah, like I was mentioning, big up to Kerry Gold, AV Concepts, Decor Genius, Kent Lavelle, Charu Lochandas, India Trends, the Giftbox TT, NGM Music. Big up to Jerron Mang, who actually did the piano on the track. Jerron Mang, out of Mang Productions. Super, super talented guy. Who am I missing? Big up to Mahogany Ridge, the beautiful couple from Mahogany Ridge. And special thanks to everyone who locked on here tonight, to anybody who might be able to look at this video afterwards. Thank you guys so much for...
Oh, we just lost him. But make sure and go to the Nishad M channel. Nishad M, he's got his own YouTube page. I believe it is on, and we'll double check.
check.
Vishma, is it on West Indian
Check,
Chutney
check.
Music? I'm not too sure.
Check.
Hold on. There we go. I got you back, Nishad. The people really want to get a hold of you, boy. Can you hear me? Whoop. Lost you. Can you hear me? Check. Okay, so it's on West Indian Chutney Music as well. So you could go there, but you can go to Nishad M channel. Make sure and subscribe to the Nishad M channel, as well as go to YouTube, go to Spotify, go to Amazon, go to Apple Music. He's on those different platforms as well. Let's see. Can you hear me, Nishad?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. Like I said, somebody really wants to get a hold of you, but I'm telling them the video is on the Nishad M channel as well as West Indian Chutney Music. Make sure and subscribe. The one person that I want to make sure and thank, the person who put the swing in the video, large respect goes out to you. All right, in regards to that. We can't forget Nishad's sponsor, The Hub, out of, what was it? The new
of
song?
course. Very importantly, before we forget, big up to Detour Stores, as you were saying, that my official sponsor. Peep my Infinity Jacket, big up Detour Stores for always being a part of everything that I do. Yeah, bro, so I think that's as far as we go in terms of credits. So
and definitely one of the other things, we lost them again. But here's what, let me see if we're going to get them back in just a second. Yeah, man, let's see.
Mic check.
Yeah, then people don't want to give you...
So here's what happened. Nobody's...
Oh, lost you. Lost your vocals. Lost it. Can you hear me? Oh, don't know. Let's see if he's going to come back in. We're going to get ready to drop this track. Hold on. Let's see.
You hearing me?
You there? Okay, all right.
Mic check.
I can hear you. You could hear me.
Nobody's... Here's what's happening. Nobody's calling me right now. The whatever browser I'm on right now, it is refreshing on its own and just like I have no idea what's happening.
So let's get ready for you to large up the track, but also the new song is called what? Bad Ting? Is that what you said that's coming up at the end of the year?
Bad for me.
So we know one of the things, large up to my boy Rennie, we know one of the things for Rennie is that what's bad for him is when the subscription doesn't renew. You understand? So Nishad, you know his love all the time, brother. Can't wait to see you. Bro. Can't wait to see you over here. So you ready to drop this track? Go ahead and large it up and let's do this thing.
And of course, before I go, I just want to say a special thank you to you, Alan. You're such an amazing personality in terms of what you do for culture out there in Florida and on internet radio, on an international scale when it comes to chutney soca music and Bollywood music. I've seen it firsthand. You always support all the artists from the very beginning to the very top. In terms of the chain of artists, you support each and every person. So I just want to say thank you for the phenomenal job and for a wonderful interview this evening. Big up to you and Amelia. What's up, Amelia? I don't know if she's looking or not.
Yeah, she's watching.
Big up. And yeah, bro, brand new music. We're here. It's 2021, guys. It's a blessing to be here. Make sure and stay safe. Get your vaccine right now. Please enjoy some brand new music and my brand new music video produced by yours truly. It's called To Mile, The Love Story. Let's go. Mwah.
दिल खीले और जीने को क्या चाहिए
I forgot to ask you, did you put in a swing at the house?
दिल खीले और जीने को क्या चाहिए
presenting the new track.
So remember, it's on YouTube. Nisha M channel. West Indian Chutney Music. All your streaming platforms, yeah?
Big up Wu Ting, Alan. I am out. Everybody. Mwah.
Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. Make sure and follow, subscribe.
चन्ना तुझे देखने को निखला करता है आए न भी हो दीदार को तरसा करता है इतनी हंसी कोई नहीं इतनी हंसी कोई नहीं हुस्न दोनों जहां का एक तुझ में सिमट के आया तू मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए तू मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए
Oh yeah, so make sure to subscribe to the channels, right?
The love story तू मिले दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए तू मिले दिल खिले और
So don't forget tonight, tomorrow night, I'm gonna be on Raw.
ना हो तू दास तेरे पास पास मेरा होगा जिंदगी भर ना हो तू दास तेरे पास पास मेरा होगा जिंदगी सारे संसार का प्यार मैंने तुझे में पाया तू मिले
Oh yeah.
दिल खिले और जीने को क्या
So make sure and subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the page. Tomorrow night Raw, we're breaking down 2 songs. Myself, Roshan from Avi Tunes Radio, and WR Reyes from Guyana, Team MMR.
चन्ना तुझे निखला करता है आए न भी हो दीदार को तरसा करता है इतनी हंसी कोई नहीं इतनी हंसी कोई नहीं
That's right, I got a large. Good night to my boy Raj out of Canada. Large up MC Drew P. Large up my brother Ahmed Sagra. Make sure and follow them. Check out the pages, check out the music.
प्यार कभी हो मरता नहीं हम तो मरते हैं होते हैं वो लोग अमर प्यार जो करते हैं जितनी यादा उतनी वफा जितनी
So get ready to make some movement. Happy belated birthday, Lister, darling. So like I said, remember, Ahmed Sagra. On Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, right? As well as Nisha them. Follow the artists in them, right? Support the music. My brother MC Drew P. Check out his video, I Love My Guyana, right? 3 interviews, 3 on Thursday again. Sorry for being late tonight, but I haven't spoken to my brother in almost 2 years on it. Oh yeah. Tanti, hey. Tanti for over half an hour, man. I gotta give you credit. Will you all be safe? Have a blessed night. Love and respect to each one of you. Tomorrow night on Raw. Check me out with Roshan and Reyes, right? Be safe, right? Soon come, Raj. Soon come.